Good morning, everyone. My name is Arfan Ali, and I warmly welcome all of you on my YouTube channel Forex Talks. Guys, this video is going to be about the daily Forex market outlook, and in this video, our focus is going to be on the fundamental side of the market as well as the technical side of the market. On the fundamental side, this is going to be a busy day because we have a series of economic events coming out from UK economy and from the US economy. Although the Australian economy and the New Zealand economy has already released their sessions because released their macroeconomic indicators because they were supposed to come out during the early Asian sessions. Anyways, let's take a look at the fundamental side of the market. But before that, guys, if you are new on my YouTube channel, just click on the subscribe button, and also you can click on the bell icon button because we do share the trade ideas as well as the daily analysis on the forex market. So as soon as I post the video, you will get a notification. And after the video, if you like my content and analysis, do click on the like button as well, and also share it with your friends. So let's move on and take a look at the fundamental side of the market. GDP figures from New Zealand economy. For everyone who is not aware what is GDP, guys, it is a gross domestic product which represents the total value of goods and services produced within a country, and this represents the manufacturing sector and the growth of any economy. And if the GDP is falling down, it means that the economy is not growing, and this is one of the measure that economies and the central banks look for to determine whether the economy is on a growth phase and what should be their monetary policy and what should be the interest rate of the economy. Anyways, we probably will have a session. I will be preparing a session where we also discuss about, this is going to be educational session where I will try to cover the major economic events that are important from trading point of view, and I will also explain the logic how they determine the price action in the market. But right now, let's take a look at the indicators. Okay, so the New Zealand GDP figures were worse than expected. Economists were expecting a dip of -1%, while actually the dip came very below to 1%, which is 1.6%. This is causing a bearish bias for the New Zealand dollar today. Alongside, the Australian economy also released their GDP, their labor market figures. Unemployment rate increased to 7.1%, while economists were expecting a surge of 0.6.9%. Again, this is going to drive a bearish bias for the Australian dollar. Then later today, we have SNB, Swiss National Bank, which is likely to release their monetary policy decision. Guys, SNB is not expected to do anything with their monetary policy. They are expected to keep their interest rate into the negative territory, which is their interest rate is minus 0.75%, which means that their monetary policy is already accommodative considering the COVID-19 and considering the slowdown triggered by the lockdown activities all over the globe. So the major focus today is going to be on the UK monetary policy because the Bank of England expected to release their MPC voting for the asset purchase facility as well as MPC voting for the bank interest rate. Let me explain what it is. Guys, the Bank of England has a committee which is known as MPC, which the abbreviation is Monetary Policy Committee. The Monetary Policy Committee has 9 members. They come together and vote for, like based upon the different macroeconomic indicators. They give their evaluation and vote for what should be the interest rate of the market. If they vote for increasing the money supply, then like very soon, as soon as the majority of MPC members votes for increasing the money supply, they will cut their interest rate. And we can expect that if this is not happening today, if interest rate it is not being cut in today's monetary policy meeting, we can expect them to cut in the next monetary policy meeting, which means that the law of supply says that when we increase supply of something, the worth of that particular thing is going to drop down. So similar thing will be happening to the sterling, because as soon as they increase the supply of sterling in the market, then we are going to see a bearish trend in the GBP USD currency pair. Anyways, today the reason why Bank of England is going to be in the highlights is because of the fact that they are not going to change their interest rate decision that is expected to be 0.1%. They are not expected to change their MPC voting for the interest rate decision. However, they are expected to, like, 9 out of 9 monetary policy committee members are expected to vote for increasing the asset purchase facility in the market, which means that they will try to increase the supply of money with the help of buying the asset backed securities in the market. And this is a sort of, monetary policy easing. This is a sort of the dovish monetary policy in which they do not play with their interest rate. However, they try to increase the money supply by purchasing the asset backed securities or corporate bonds or the bonds from the market, and this way they can make the gbp weaker in the market. So that is one of the reason why we Bank of England is going to be in the highlights. So lastly, we have economic events coming out from the US economy. By the way, Canadian economy is also expected to release their ADP, non-farm employment change figure. Forecast is not given today, but as you know, based upon the COVID-19 and lockdown activities, we can expect this figure to be bad. While in contrast, the US economy is going to release the Fed manufacturing index, Philly Fed manufacturing index, and alongside we are also expecting unemployment claims from the US economy. Claims are expected to fall down, while the Philly Fed manufacturing index is also expected to perform better because, the retail sales has performed better, their labor market figures are performing better. So we can expect that the upcoming economic events from the manufacturing point of view and from the labor market point of view, which is, for example, jobless claims, they are also expected to perform better, and this can drive a bullish trend in the US dollar. And that due to the negative correlation of the US dollar and the precious metal gold, we can expect a selling trend in the precious metal gold today. So enough said about the fundamental side of the market. Now let's take a look at the uh, technical side of the market. Okay, so guys, this is 1 hourly time frame, and this is a chart of GBP USD. I need to change this basically because this is 1 hourly time frame. We will also see the hourly, sorry, 4 hourly time frame, but for now let's take a look at the 1 hourly time frame because this is going to be the intraday forecast, so it's better if we perform it on the hourly time frame. Okay, so guys, here's something. As you see, the market is from, like, it's been a week now. The market is not a week, actually couple of days. Market is trading in a narrow range. Market take a dips below 1.2599 level and finds a support around 1.2525 level, which is almost 70 to 80 pips, and you can say that the range of the market is 70-80 pips these days. And this range can be violated as soon as Bank of England releases their monetary policy decision. So that is why we have to keep up, like, keep an eye on this particular trade setup. So as you see, the market is forming highs, testing the high, then forming the low, testing the high, and right now the market is holding right below the 50 pairs exponential moving average, which is, by the way, suggesting the selling bias in the market. At the same time, the market is forming the trend line. This becomes the descending triangle pattern, not a major one but a smaller one, because this is on the hourly time frame. So the the reliability of this triangle pattern is not going to be very high. However, still this is something. Basically the market is forming the descending triangle pattern. The descending triangle patterns are, you can say, they are known for, or typically or in the past they have a tendency of breaking out on the lower side. So which means that if the MPC members votes for increasing the supply of money in the market for sterling, which is going to make the GBP weaker. If GBP gets weaker, then fundamentally as well as technically, both of the scenarios are suggesting that there is likely to be a selling bias in the GBP USD pair. However, I will be looking to take a sell position only if market breaks below 1.2520. So market can drop down below 1.2520. Guys, once again, these sessions are going to be for the educational purpose. These are not the trading advices. uh, if you want, if they help you out with your trading, it's good. However, I'm not, suggesting anything. I'm not forcing or suggesting anything from the trading signals point of view or the trading advice point of view. This is just for the sake of educational purpose. So yeah, so that's all. If market breaks above 1.2599 level, then the next resistance is going to be around 1.2682 level, and above this the next resistance is going to be around 1.2805 level, but I'm not expecting that kind of sharp movement in the market. And on the lower side, as you see, the MACD, which is the oscillator or also known as the leading indicator, they are currently tossing above and below the zero level, which means that there is an indecision among investors, and there is no surprise. Before every major economic event, for example the monetary policy event, the labor market figures, or the GDP figures, whenever we have a major economic events or major news coming out from any economy, we tend to see a sideways movement in the market. So that is one of the reasons why we are seeing no volatility or the lack of trading volume in the GBP USD currency pair. Anyways, there is going to be a price action in the market during the European session, so just keep an eye on it. Uh, Taking a look at the precious metal gold, guys, gold is also forming an ascending triangle pattern, and it seems like investors are also experiencing indecision among themselves. They need to have a solid reason to decide which way to break out, because as you see, there is an upward trend in the market right now. Market is not able to violate 1731 level. This has become not only the triple top, if I must say, this is becoming like the fourth top, because market is testing this particular level for 4 or 5 times now, and still market is not able to violate this level. So as soon as market breaks above 1731 level, there is likely to be a buying trend, bullish trend in the market, and this can lead the precious metal gold prices up to 1744 level today. On the lower side, there is an upward trend in the market. There is an upward trend line which is supporting gold somewhere around 1721 level, while the violation of 1721 level is going to lead the precious metal gold prices towards 1708 level. All right, so moving on and taking a look at the euro US dollar. All right, something happened. Okay, let me open the euro USD chart. Oh, here it is. All right, so guys, this is something like, this is also the 1 hourly time frame for the euro USD, and as you can see, the market is the euro USD was trading in the symmetric triangle pattern. The symmetric triangle pattern is when market is not able to decide the downward slope or the upward trend in the market. Market is just trading in these narrow ranges, and it is consolidating in between the choppy ranges. So this is what going on in the market. And by the way, the market has already violated the symmetric triangle pattern, and right now this is holding below the upward trend line, which was previously violated, but right now market is taking a correction. Anyways, for now, the euro USD is likely to find resistance somewhere around 1.25 sorry 1.1250 level, because uh, for two reasons. One is ascending trend line. Second reason is going to be the 50 pairs exponential moving average, which is likely to provide resistance to the euro USD. Below this, we can expect selling in the market. However, if market manages to break above and close above 1.1250 level, then we can expect market to continue having a buy trade until next target level of 1.1295, or if I round it off, this is going to be 1.1300 level. In any case, if market manages to violate the 1.1300 level, the next target level for the euro USD is going to be somewhere around 1.13. Okay, let me make it move it here, because 1.1340 level. So this is going to be the next resistance. Above this, the next resistance is likely to be 1.1397, or if I round it off, this is going to be 1.1400 level. Okay, so again, it mostly depends upon what is going to be the jobless claims and the fully fed manufacturing even from the United States. So we have to keep an eye on it. But by the look, what I see here, it looks like the market is going to face a hard time somewhere around 1.1257 level or 55 level. So let's keep an eye on it. On the lower side, as you can see, the market is facing hard time breaking below the double bottom level here. Market has tested 1.1215 level for two times, and it failed to violate this level. Therefore, we are going to see, we should look for bullish trend in the market above 1.1215 level. The only in order to expect the selling bias in the market, or in order to open a selling, I shouldn't say that actually. In order to look for the selling trend in the market, we should keep an eye on 1.1215 level, because breakout below this level is going to drive a selling trend in the market, and Euro USD can drop until 1.1465 level. So looking at the leading indicators, these are currently heading north to the bullish side. But again, as I said, there is going to be a trend line, as well as there is going to be 50 pairs exponential moving average, which is going to provide hard time to Euro USD. So yeah, guys, that's all for now. And if you guys like the analysis, and if you think that this is going to be helpful for you, um, do subscribe the channel, click on the bell icon button, and also click on the like button, because if you like the analysis. And for your feedbacks, I always read the comments. The channel is new, the feedbacks are not there, like there are not so many people who are giving me feedback. However, I would love to read your feedback if you share it in the comment box. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope to see you again in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye bye, everyone.